at the Spice Merchant.
You have it, folks. The Joy of Socks, a great place to go shopping. Lots of fun for everybody over there and everybody on your list, too. It's a great way to get everybody covered. And now I'm joined by Rachel with the Breckenridge Tourism Office. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning.
It's a snowy morning out there.
Classic spring day. You got blue skies and fresh snow. We love it.
I know, and I feel like the snow really makes me thirsty. What about you?
It sure does. And you know, it's excellent timing because this Saturday, of course, we have the Breckenridge Spring Beer Festival.
Now, the Breckenridge Spring Beer Festival, I feel like, is the stuff that legends are made of.
Indeed it is. And you know, it's funny, you mentioned that they are celebrating their 10th anniversary this year. So it's a good reason to come on out. 80s theme, costume up, 80s band. It's going to be a good time.
I didn't realize it was an 80s theme. So, folks, you need to, rustle through your closet, see what you can find from the 80s, and come out and drink some delicious beer. When does this all get started on Saturday?
So this all, if you pre-purchase tickets, drinking starts at noon. But if you wait until the day of, you slack a little bit, you start a little later. But come on down, and if you go to gobrec.com, that's where you're going to find all the information, the ticketing link over to the Breckenridge Spring Beer Fest.
Oh, well, you guys really make it easy. And I feel like every time that I go to this, it's just, there's an amazing and a very impressive amount of beer brewers there. How many are going to be there?
We're looking at around 30 different brewers, and there's always some gluten-free options. You got some great food trucks that are rolling up for Denver for this thing, so it's going to be a really good time, lots of good eating, drinking. Of course, too, you still have those VIP packages. That's kind of nice. You got a nice place to kick back. You have your own special pours. And as far as those brewers, you got a lot of the Colorado classics, as well as some people from outside the state, so lots of good representation of craft breweries around the country.
Well, and I think that's so cool, too, because, you have your essential go-tos, right? But then these beer festivals are fun because you might find something new that you haven't tried before, something delicious that you've never even heard of before. I mean, it really can open your eyes to some new and exciting craft breweries.
Exactly, yeah. And the way that it works at this beer festival is you get a little tasting cup. So when you get those tickets, you get a tasting cup, and that lets you go taste around. So it's not like you're committed to this whole beer by one brewer. You really get a chance to sample all the different types of beers from all the different brewers.
I think that's an important point to make as well, that it is a sample. It's not like a huge cup. It's a sample size of it. So that is always super helpful, so that you're not, drinking like a lot of beer that maybe you're just not into, and then you can find your new favorite. So that's how that works. But then also too, at the Breckenridge Tourism Office, you guys have Breckenridge is always where it's at. There's always fun things going on. What do you guys got coming up?
Well, thanks to the community, because they're really who throws down for spring. You got the Beer Fest, and of course you got Michael Franti up on the ski resort, Peak this weekend. Next weekend you got a couple more concerts. It's Lucas Nelson, Promise of the Real, as well as Trombone Shorty, one of my favorites. So yeah, you got a lot going on. And then there's also on Friday afternoons, next two Friday afternoons, you got a park jam going on. So plenty to do, plenty to see. Of course, we got these blue skies, gorgeous weather, and where there's going to be some sidewalk sales later this month as well.
So a little bit of everything, the free concerts, the Michael Franti sounds like that is going to be a ton of fun. Everybody's talking about that one. And the park, and the sidewalk sales, yes, please, sign me up. So to get more information about where folks can pre-register for the beer festival tickets and on, all things Breckenridge, where should folks visit?
GoBrec.com. That's where you're going to find all the information, ticketing, concert schedules, park jams, everything we got going on in Breckenridge for this great end of season.
Perfect. And are you on social media as well?
We are indeed. So if you look at gobrec.com, tag us, post your photos, share them with @GoBrec on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Perfect. I know that I have seen the GoBrec brand everywhere. So folks, be sure to visit gobrec.com. Be sure to also check them out on social media, because it's a perfect place to go to get all things Breckenridge. And I think it's cool too, because you guys feature a lot of your fans.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So when you share those photos with Breck, because we're posting the best, that's what's going on. People are all over the community doing all different kinds of things, hiking, skinning, touring, all over the place. So we want to showcase what the community has to offer, and there's no better person than the people of the community to do that.
Well, that is totally true. Well, Rachel, thanks for joining me this morning. Rachel with the Breckenridge Tourism Office. Be sure to visit gobrec.com for more details. And folks, that watch and win today, remember, it's 2 beer mugs for Beer Fest this weekend. So be sure that you're tuning in for that. And we will be right back with more Summit Sunrise right after this. Don't go anywhere.